What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Andrew coming at y'all with another video, and as y'all can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be putting a mid-range, but in my case a mid-bass, same type of speaker inside of my Honda Civic. You see in the middle right there, that right there is where the factory 8-inch subwoofer location is. But I done already took it out because obviously I got them big old 12s right there, so I didn't need it. So I had went ahead and took it out a long time ago. And my boy Juan, he just gave me the idea. He was like, in his charger, he got like a like a 08 or something like the 08 charger, and he got a factory 8-inch subwoofer location right there too. And he took it out and put him like a DD audio mid-range speaker in it because he liked to be loud. And I was like, wait a minute, I should be able to do the same thing in my little Civic. So I went ahead and I finally figured out what I needed as far as that mid-bass sound. Because a lot of people, they like the mid-range and the highs, all the loudness, and then subs, but I like to have a full like overall sound. I have subs, but also I don't want to have to turn up my subs just to hear some kind of bass coming out of my speakers. So that's why I like to find mid-range speakers. And I realized that 8-inch mid-bass speakers are always going to sound better than 6.5 mid-bass speakers. Yeah, I know in the past I made videos about trying to find mid-bass speakers to put in my doors and on this titty panel. They got a 6.5s. And the thing about it, it's kind of the same thing with subs. Cone area is king. So like an 8-inch speaker versus a 6.5 speaker, if you want mid bass or bass in general, the more cone area you have, which in my case, like an 8-inch is always going to have more cone area than a 6.5. Same thing with subwoofers. A 10 is going to have more than an 8, but a 12 is going to have more, and a 15 is going to have more, and so on and so forth. So also with 8-inch speaker mid bass, they're going to have a lower FS. So that already means that you can be able to play a little bit lower. And in my case, I work at an audio shop, so I was able to find this pretty cheap. That's a Orion Cobalt mid-bass speaker. It's actually really cheap. Like I think retails like $50. It's only for one though. I only needed one because obviously there's only one speaker for in that middle section. So the frequency range for that, I believe, is like 70 to like 5,000 hertz. So it does play pretty decent mid-range too. So it just made my whole system louder, and I got a little bit more low end. So when I don't have my subs blasting, I still have a little bit of punch for like my music without having to turn up my subs all the way. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I did so far. So right now, it's not even in there yet. It's just sitting on top. There's like a little not torsion bar, but like it's a bar that runs across the trunk for the trunk latch to open. I mean, for the trunk to open up. So it's sitting on top of that. It's actually not even rattling. It's not even screwed down or nothing. But let me show y'all real quick. But as y'all see, there's a big gap right there. I can make it a little bit more flush. It just rattled a lot because, you know, I had my subs going. And you see there's a gap. You don't want that. So what I went and found was a speaker adapter. These are 6.5s. You know, they got a whole bunch of speaker adapters for 6.5s. But I didn't actually know that they made them for 8s as well. I can link this in the description. I got this off of Amazon. It came with 2. I only need 1, of course. But this is actually a 1-inch spacer, because most of the spacers are like 1/2 inch, or I think even smaller than that. I'm not sure, but this one's pretty thick, and I think it'll be perfect to fit that that mid-bass speaker right there. So what I'm gonna go ahead and unhook it, like, cause I already actually have it connected to the amp, but I have it playing. It actually sounds really good. So if y'all looking for mid-bass and y'all just happen to have a factory 8-inch sub location, take it out and put a mid-bass speaker right there. Especially if you already got subs, there's no point in having that right there anyway. So I want to go ahead and take it out, try to see if it'll clear it. I think it should, because I measured it. It doesn't seem like there's more than an inch gap, so this should make it fit flush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. Be right back, y'all. So I got it unhooked, but this was the torsion bar I was talking about. It runs all across the back of the car, and if you take these out, the trunk won't open. Like, it'll just be stuck down because this thing is heavy. So that's exactly why I had to get like some neodymium 6.5s right here, because that torsion bar hits it if I put anything thicker, like with a bigger magnet. So I'm hoping that if I put a 1-inch spacer, it'll be like up there, so it won't actually touch this. That's what I'm hoping, but we about to find out and see. I already got it unhooked, so let's go ahead and see if I can mount that spacer. So this spacer has the little, already got like holes for the actual speaker, and then the bigger hole will actually be drilling into the sheet metal. And I like that how they made it. So like this, it'll be flush, and then with the longer screw, I was thinking I was gonna have to get like a real long screw like these, but I won't even need that because I didn't realize it was made like this. So this is perfect. So I can just give me a shorter self-tapping screw and go ahead and mount it up. I don't have it screwed in, but just as I hoped, it's a perfect fit. It's flush. So we about to see, let me go back to the trunk and see if it's hitting that bar at all. It doesn't seem like it is, but even if it is, as long as it's screwed in, perfect, y'all. So see, there's a little bit of space right there. That'll be perfect. I'm just very glad that I got the 1-inch spacer, because if I got anything smaller than that, it would have definitely been hitting this. So let me let the trunk down, even more space. Perfect, y'all. So let's go ahead and see if I can get this mounted up. So to make it easier on myself, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out, screw this bracket in so it won't move, and then drop it in and screw onto the bracket. Because if I was to do all of it at once, it might be kind of hard. But just because this isn't too deep, I can do it like that. But if you had a deeper magnet, you wouldn't be able to fit it after you've already screwed this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So this was the little attachment I was talking about that'll help me get into like them tight spaces, because I don't have one of them little electric ratchets that already have like a right angle like this. So basically all this does is it connects to like a drill like this, or an impact in my case. And obviously if I try to drill straight down from like with this big old thing, I'm not gonna be able to get to that back bolt. But what this does, it extends it so I have more clearance, and it'll hopefully be able to fit on that last screw all the way in the back. But if not, I'll still be able to at least get to the first 3. So this is what I was talking about. I got this, I believe, either at O'Reilly's or Harbor Freight. But if you can't find it, I'm gonna link all this stuff on Amazon. So if you want to just order it, it'll be there on the Amazon link. All right, so so this might not be the most ideal way to do it, but basically this is how it's gonna work. So like, I'm gonna have the screw right here, and I'm gonna just turn it, and it's gonna go down. Let me know if there's a better way to do this, because obviously I know this is definitely not the right way to do it. But y'all let me know, because I'll be over here struggling with them back bolts just because like that glass is so tilted, or like angled so low, it's hard to get anything back there. Let me know, y'all. So as crazy as it looks, it did work, but I found the easiest way to do it is to drill like a pilot hole. So what I did, got my drill and just try to get as close to the hole as possible, even though it's at an angle. Still got a hole, still got a pilot hole, and then I was able to get the screw in pretty easily. So that's the first one. Now to do the other 3. So as y'all can see, it works. So surprisingly, I got all 4. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get all 4 in, but now that I got all 4 in, gonna go ahead and tighten them and then put the speaker in it. Got all 3 of these bolts in, but for this final bolt, I have to probably use something like this. Don't even know if I'll be able to get it with it. Yeah, I'll be able to fit it. So I'll link this in the description as well. You always need stuff like this when you in tight spaces. So this one I'm gonna have to do it by hand, but the other 3 I was able to use with that adapter that I showed y'all earlier. So I got it all the way in, and it's not hitting this thing at all. Obviously, if I didn't have this, I probably wouldn't even wouldn't have needed the adapter, but because I do, I had to get that 1-inch adapter, and it fits perfect, and the thing's solid, not going nowhere, so there won't be any rattle. And let me close the trunk to see it goes even lower, so it won't even hit it at all now. All I have to do is get them 2 connectors and put them back on, and I'll be able to test it for y'all. All right, y'all, so I got it all hooked up, and everything's connected. So now I'm gonna try to demo a little short song for y'all to show y'all like what the kind of mid bass you're gonna get with an 8-inch compared to a 6. So I got it plugged into 1 channel, but after this video, I'm gonna have it to where this one of these and one of those are connected to the same channel, so the power will be split in half. But I just have that 1.8 going on 1 channel right now, and I'll show y'all the high pass filters and stuff. But I'll show y'all. So this is the box that it came in. This is the trying to show y'all better. So that's what I got. And let me see. On the side it says, it might be backwards, I don't know y'all, but the frequency response is 75 hertz to 7,000 hertz. And what I'm gonna do, since it says 75, I'm gonna take that word for it and I'm gonna put my high pass filter at 80. So we're gonna see how much mid bass I can get. I know mid bass is higher than 80, but why not? I just want to see what it sounds like. So let's get it. So like I said, I got the high pass on 80 for that. And like I said, this would usually be connected to this and that 8, but right now I only got a plan on that one channel just so y'all can see what it sounds like by itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it and see what it sounds like. To me, I actually like the way it sounds. It has a pretty deeper mid bass sound than a 6.5 would, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it and see for yourselves. In my opinion, I think that was a pretty good experiment. I think it's exactly what I'm looking for. So I've been trying to find high and low mid bass 6.5s, but not realizing I could just put one mid bass 8 in the middle and have a little bit more thump to it without having to use the subs. Obviously subs have their place. I have subs in the back. I just like to have mid bass. But it actually sounds pretty good for mid bass, and it has a pretty nice vocals. It ain't gonna have no real high pitched tweeter noise, but that's why I got tweeters. So in my opinion, I think it sounds pretty good. So if y'all have a factory 8 that y'all don't use, might want to consider doing that. But I might be able to put the rear deck back on, but to be honest, I'm not even gonna leave that deck on, because from my experience, whenever I have my bass going bumping, that rear deck rattles so much. No matter how much I press down to make sure it's clipped in, it always rattles. So in my opinion, if y'all got a rear deck and it's always rattling when it comes to like subwoofer, like whenever you got a lot of bass, just take it out, bruh. It might look ugly, but hey, you're gonna have a way cleaner sound when your bass is going. You ain't gonna have all that plastic rattling, because that don't sound good. But other than that, stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna be probably putting in a high output alternator from McMahon probably next week or the week after. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, y'all.